Welcome back to Dad Meat, bitch. Tim Butterly, John Kensil.
Hey, people.
How the heck are you, buddy?
Super terrific. Great.
John was just talking about having to walk through the streets of San Francisco on stilts because of all the human shit.
Yeah, bring snowshoes. We're discussing how San Francisco is a beautiful city.
It is.
And as and Mike was just there, but he went to visit Alcatraz. But I was saying, the only thing about there's an app for your phone. It says how to avoid human waste. So some people are keeping track of it like it's a Waze app. Like, oh, you know.
It's Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, let's go.
You get for your kids, like arts and crafts, give them like little signs on like index cards and popsicles. It says free fudge. It's sticking all the human shit. So stupid kids will eat it.
Oh, man. I would love to go to San Francisco with you, man.
Oh.
Actually, you and I, the first time I went to California, it was with you and you showed me around, man.
That was neat. That was
I like that.
the time flew, but I'd San Francisco. I'd love to see it. Just a very interesting town. And what's the comedy club there? The
Cobb's,
and the other one, the
Punchline.
purple onion. Oh, you're right, Cobb's. That's where our friend Ben Merrill worked. That's but they had like a resurgence. Like there was Boston, now it's Austin, but San Francisco had all those guys that was their main room.
Really cool place, man. I love the Mexican street hot dogs. Do you eat street food?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't hesitate, man.
I just had a very nice experience with some halal carts in New York.
God,
you take them for granted
I
because
know.
there's 8 billion of them, but my God, it's perfect every single time.
Carts or the guys who run them?
Both. And it's like, they've got like kind of a whole shtick because, they're in tourist areas and stuff like that. They were making fun of Lucy. I was just like, hell yeah, get her ass, dude. She's a pain in my fucking butt. I know, she is annoying. Yeah, dude, please.
Do you have any issues though with the halal stuff? Do they give you a cork when you're done eating?
Oh, dude.
Yes. They put it right on top of your food.
Yeah,
I'm built different. I don't worry about that stuff.
Watch when you hit a certain age. Stuff you love. Oh, I love hot sauce. And next thing you know, there's a freaking tongue at your ass. Going, why do you eat that? Why?
Like Freddy Krueger coming out the phone.
Exactly. It's to hit you, man. It just sucks.
I'm holding strong, man.
What was the tourist crowd like at Alcatraz, Mike?
Not bad, man. I went the end of October. It wasn't too bad. They send you on a nice boat. The boat wasn't packed. You could spread out. They serve beer on the boat if you want beer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they have snacks on there. Then when you get there, it's kind of rough going as far as snacks and shit like that. So you got to really be sneaky and bring your
Yeah, it's a weird area to set up like a fucking ice cream stand.
Well, when you took that ferry ride over there, when you're looking in the water, did you say, I could make this the way like Clint Eastwood did in the movie?
I truly thought about it.
I would, yeah. I know I can't, obviously, but you've put me in front of anything like that. I'm like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I think you just got to want it bad enough.
Yeah, and it keeps saying, oh no, the bay's filled with sharks, but it's cold water, isn't it? It's not really the...
I think sharks love cold water.
Yeah,
way
they're real
more than
fucking
people do.
Dickheads, man. They all got little turtlenecks on. They don't give a fuck, man.
Ed Hardy T-shirts and stuff. Yeah. Well, no, when you went there, did you? Trump say he'd like to reopen it again. I heard it's like trying to like redo an old 1800s building.
It sounds like, and I'm not bullshitting about this. It sounds like he recently watched Escape from Alcatraz, and he was like, "I'm going to reopen this," and then people are like, "Hell yeah, dude!"
Do they make it out at the end of Escape from? I've never seen Escape from Alcatraz.
I think that's the final scene, right, where it's.
It's left open to the viewer, and they swim off, and you don't know if they make it.
The only thing that really stands out is like he had a paper mache head in his bed to give the impression that he was there.
And it's neat. It's a neat, like it's a fun adventure where you're rooting for the guy.
Yeah.
But he was tunneled through a wall. But
what was he in Alcatraz for?
Molesting children.
I was wondering.
Yeah, but he would fill his pants with the dirt. And when he walk up for rounds, he just shake his pants.
From a little league field.
Yeah.
Like in Shawshank. Isn't that exactly what they did in Shawshank?
Yeah.
Is that the only way to get out of prison is just fill your pants with dirt every day?
You're just eating it.
Yeah.
And so him and three guys go out, Clint Eastwood. I think his name was Moore. His last name was, but they make paper mache heads and they got raincoats that the person and they made inflatable like balloons out of them and they just went off, and you don't know if they made it or not, but there's things on the internet. Supposedly there's pictures of those guys like in Canada in the 80s, but it's a really fun movie. Clint Eastwood.
And with Alcatraz, like they let you do whatever you want. Like they really don't seem to spend a ton of money on upkeep. They're just like, just fucking get out of my face, man.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like I forget what it cost to go, maybe like $50 or so. But it is fun because you can go anywhere, and there's people like park rangers like milling about in some places, but by and large, like you could probably fuck if you wanted to. Yeah,
Was
man.
Can I ask? Was it cold?
It was a little chilly. It's mercurial. It's like 1 minute it feels like fucking 80, and then like the next minute it feels like 30.
That's what. This is gonna sound like a snooty, but like the only thing I know about San Francisco. Mark Twain said, "What's the coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. It's real nice during the day, but at night goes on like right in that bay there."
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty fun how many hills and stairs you made Jake climb.
Well, no, that he had John drop him off at places like close to like our destinations a lot of times.
What, he cheated?
Yes.
He cheated on the video? This is a huge scandal. Stair stoping.
Well, dude, when we went to go see one in particular, when we went to go see the Full House houses, I got the Painted Ladies, I think they're called. We were going to have to park like 5 blocks away, and Jake's like, "Can you drop me off by the Painted Ladies?" I thought he was joking, but he was serious.
I would have said absolutely not. We are all on the same regiment this week.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I did it.
You fucking Dumbo dropped them.
I did some show with Pickle Man
Yeah.
last month. Anyway,
Philadelphia legend Pickle Man. We've covered the lore.
fat guy rides through a haircut. Well, we had to pose for pictures, and so we went down somewhere in Kensington. Well, he goes, we all met at some bar, but the photograph place on the street was 8 blocks away. And Pickle Man, I thought he was get a hand truck and an ambulance. He made him walk that far. Like, oh my God.
Is he like in terrible physical condition?
Yes.
I know he typically rides around on a tricycle with a toilet seat.
Yes.
Which you think would be great cardio.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to really pump that porcelain.
Hello, Orange County Choppers. I have a special request for you. What is a toilet bike?
Did he lose a ton of weight?
He had that stomach stapling surgery, but when you get done, when you lose weight, you're not like, oh, so I'm Brad Pitt in Fight Club. He looks like someone had an inflatable Philly Fanatic and like popped a part
Let
of
the
it.
air out of him.
Because he has that Hottentot bustle, that ass that sticks out like he's wearing a 1800s woman's dress with the bustle at the back.
Yeah.
That's what his body looks like. He looks like the Philly Fanatic without the mask on. He looks like
poor guy.
He looks like a big
Poor
shot.
guy.
Or so if he had a mask on, he looked like some mascot.
We've showed pictures of him before, but he always looks like he's internally bleeding.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just really all seems to just really deliver power to his slur saying machine.
When you went to Alcatraz, did you ever go to one in Philadelphia, that old prison?
Eastern State.
I have not. Yeah.
But I wonder if they're similar. Like
Well, Alcatraz is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
It looks huge from the outside. Is it just like they didn't keep them in that many places inside? It
Nope.
was all administrative and.
Dude, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to say that there were less than 200 inmates there.
Did you get any cool stories from like the tour, or the guides, or anything?
Yeah. Well, they give you like a guided audio tour. You put on like little headphones, and there's like all kinds of cool little tidbits about this and that. The things that stood out were mostly about like the guys that were put there. The guy that I liked the most was Al Capone. It seemed like you could really, I don't know. It seems like people like really gravitated towards him, and it was guys like Bumpy Johnson and fun names like that. These guys that were just not normally cross paths on the street otherwise, but they're put together and like they were forced to play fucking softball together.
They made a movie called The Birdman of Alcatraz with Burt Lancaster, but some guy, I guess he was a lifer, but he befriended birds. I don't know, whatever.
Did they? I've never seen the movie, but I feel like I've seen reference to it. And does he get all the birds to like carry him away?
Yeah, at the end.
Or am I thinking of something else?
Free.
No, that's probably something else.
Al Capone did time in that Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yeah.
I think it was a gun charge or an income tax charge. Something.
He was a real prison tourist, wasn't he?
Yeah, they would always get him on
around.
gay shit, like,
They
looking too long and.
They said when he died down in Florida because he had syphilis, it was untreated.
No.
That he had the mentality of a 4-year-old.
Oh, dude, imagine diaper and baby Al Capone.
Yeah, you guys see.
Suck your tit.
Jay Broad 978 said 3 of the best to do it. Stay gold, Pony Boys.
Oh, Jay Broad, you're the
Thanks
man.
for the compliment.
Great shirt,
Dude,
by the way, Tim.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this old thing? Yeah, I'm just repping. No big deal. It's like run up if you want to say something about me and my boys. John, I was trying to. I wanted to put together a slideshow of some of your extra work because I know you've had kind of a prolific
Yes.
background acting career, but your credits aren't listed on IMDb. And I know for a fact I've seen stills of you in prominent shows. Like, whose job is it to update IMDb's like that?
I don't know. I think I might have some kept for some horror movie I did for one of my friends.
Yeah, I saw that.
But that's I don't know. It's someone just sent me some.
Your in memoriam is going to be impossible if you don't get that thing updated.
I did it was weird too. Both shows premiered at the same time. It was a 30 Rock and another one called Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. Both the exact same idea. The goings-ons behind a late night comedy show.
Yeah.
And I was on the other one, and Brian Craig, fastball pitcher Bob.
Oh, the man.
He saw me. He took a picture of me in the audience. I talked to Steven Weber, who was on that episode.
Oh, from Wings.
Yes, and nice guy, very nice
Yeah.
guy. And I don't look anything like him, but I photo doubled him. I mean, he was probably in his room getting his
Butt fucked.
toes ankle
Close enough from behind in the leather jacket, right? Yeah.
And I need somebody to stand on the X mark on the floor for camera blocking. But we talked about before, when you've done stuff, the different Delco propers, sometimes it's different seeing it from that side. Like we'll enjoy watching it on TV, but it's a lot of work standing around. Like you're walking through a Home Depot. 'Cause sometimes you see like little videos of why people left Hollywood. I mean, they just had enough. It's just,
I get it, man.
but growing up, we think Hollywood, everybody's rich and streets are paved with gold, and
Yeah, you go shopping at fancy places.
they're better than us.
And then it's actually mostly just like seriously mentally disturbed people accepting $100 a day to stand around. and be
Exactly right.
Screamed at by fucking Brian De Palma.
Yeah, exactly, right. And then we're out in LA too. They go, oh, look over there. Who's that? Oh, it's Jay Farrow. Like it's just big deal. They're human beings. They're not magical.
Who directed Silver Linings Playbook? David
Fincher? No, not Fincher.
Russell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Russell.
David Russell. Okay, so here's an extra story. So my best friend in the entire world, my homie Fritz, he went to school. He went to college with Brad Cooper, and they were shooting that in Philly. And he was like, "Yo, dude, hey, if you want to be like a background or whatever, come by the set or whatever." So he ends up getting like a line or two in the movie. Now David O. Russell's directing an IT guy who has no interest in entertainment whatsoever, and they're doing like the parking lot tailgate scene. And he said, he had like one or two lines, and it was no big deal to do them. But David O. Russell, and I think there's videos of him like screaming at people on sets.
There's a famous story.
Was it a lady?
It was the George Clooney movie, The Three Kings, or something about the guys finding gold over in Iraq.
Was she just like standing in a weird place or something where he didn't want her?
What was?
Yeah, and he screamed at her, and George Clooney had to go tell him to knock it off. But it was a famous. Oh no, there's the other one too. I Heart Huckabees.
Yeah, that might be the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
and he's like laying into this lady, screaming at her.
like Lily Tomlin and somebody else, and it was crazy.
So he's being directed by David O. Russell.
Right.
He doesn't care about entertainment. He's just an IT guy, right?
Right.
And they're standing in the parking lot, and David O. Russell calls cut abruptly, and he approaches Fritz at like a brisk pace and pins him up against a car in the parking lot and trims 2 nose hairs. Back to 1. Yeah, he had him like, without saying what he was doing, he held him up against a car and he clipped 2 nose hairs out of his nose.
All right.
Oh,
And then let him
man.
back and then reset.
Oh, man.
He should meet to him.
Get them laminated.
Oh, dude, there was something I wanted to tell you real quick before we move on. But a very cool story about fucking Alcatraz was that after the prison operations had ceased, the government declared it as the land as surplus. And anytime government land is declared surplus, the Native Americans have right to it.
Ooh.
And these people were just like, okay, we're just going to take it. So this Native American group just showed up and declared it theirs. Then the government was just like, actually, no. They're like, yeah, well, we're staying here. And you see all these like vaguely threatening messages painted on weird shit throughout the island. And you just assume it's like...
That's why there's no hot dog stands. Natives came in.
And it's like they're vaguely threatening, but like clearly like, all right, is this for show or was this, the real paint from the guys? And then they explained to you like what happened. And they were like, like officers' quarters that they would keep on the island because initially like guards and shit would live there. They burned those down.
This is after it was decommissioned, though. So
Yes.
there's no one in them.
Yeah, there's nobody in there.
When did it close up? Like 68 or something, or early 60s?
I don't remember. And I think like shortly after that, there was like some congressional act which declared it as like the government surplus land. And at that point, they're just like, oh yeah, this is ours, I guess. So a bunch of Indians just showed up and just were like, yeah, cool, we live here now.
Dude, we drove through like reservation land, like Navajo.
Did you use Open Circle
whatever? What's that?
or Open Table?
Oh, good one.
Yes.
And man, that's a grim setup. That is a really
I've seen
the
it.
reservation system is really bizarre, and you know, we had like some local guidance on the whole thing, and we didn't film any of it because it was like truly like really just sad stuff. And what I was told was like you know, we started seeing like just like stray dogs in the street, and it was like we're on a reservation, like that's a clear indicator. It's all like they just live in these like clusters off of the side of the road with just, you know, the stacks of like broken cars, all like all the windows are broken. And you know, the assumption that I was making was like, oh man, people like vandalize these. Apparently no, these people just like tear each other apart. Like it's constantly just like infighting and like vandalism and shit like that. And what I was told was like, and Dylan, if I'm misremembering, correct me, but it was like, you know, you live on the reservation, you get your government stipend, and if you do anything to kind of like escape that system and like start making money, it's like everyone turns on you. And like seeing it up close like that was like pretty sobering experience.
Violence towards women is through the fucking roof. I mean, both like sexual violence and just like
Stalking 'em.
wrestling buddy violence.
Yeah.
And then there's also great videos of like cops like kind of testing the limits of like what their jurisdiction is when they
I'm not on your property. Look, now I am. Now I'm not.
Dude, I watched a cool one where this Native American guy was just dressing this cop down, and it was so cool to see. And it's like he knew what he was talking about, and eventually the cops just backed down because they knew they weren't going to win that fight.
You know, the cops was like, okay, I guess keep drinking gasoline and hitting each other. Hey, you know what? You're right. I have no power here.
There's a lot of casinos out in the West are owned by Indians, Native Americans, and they make some good money at it, but what do they call it? You're not allowed to make any Indian jokes when you go up there. They don't like it. They hate like make a reservation joke or something like that. They hate it.
Like if you ask like, where's the
Open
poker
table.
hottest room? Yeah.
Well, there's a comic I know. Supposedly he wanted to get fired.
Yeah.
They told him do not ever mention Indians on it, and he walked out and his greeting to the audience was, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?" And they shit canned him that night.
We went to a supermarket that was all indigenous people, and they still look like pictures from a textbook. But they're all wearing like Walmart basketball shorts. Yeah. And it was really, really bizarre. It was almost like someone captured like, I don't want to dehumanize them, obviously.
Yeah.
But seeing them all just wearing like Walmart slob clothing, it definitely looked like a SeaWorld enclosure where someone dressed up all the animals.
It
Really fucking
Oh my-
spooky.
It freaked me out so much. I'd never been in a grocery store where I was the only white one. Then there was no like black guys there. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I was like,
you were praying for black guys?
I told Tim, I was like, I had to compartmentalize them all as Mexicans to even get out of that fucking place. I had no idea. They were also all pretty big. They were chubby.
Like fat. Yeah.
Every single one of them was chubby. And then every once in a while you'd see like a hot girl. And then she's just with like a slob of a guy.
What the fuck?
And you're like, she has no choice.
So wait, does that work the same way that being industrious does? Like if you show any kind of like pussy initiative, like you're ostracized?
Oh, I wonder. I mean, I honestly, I didn't get it. I didn't speak to anybody. It definitely, it was a bad vibe.
I spoke to a gay guy who sold me curly fries at a pizza place as a gay Indian.
That sounds like a Kensil sentence.
Yeah, no.
Hiawatha.
He was singing Bruno Mars and like, really getting down.
And
He was having a good time.
he was trying to get me the fuck out of that pizza place so fast. Me and Cooper went in there for curly fries and ice cream, and they were just a bunch of teenagers with the worst haircuts I've ever seen staring me down.
Whoa.
It was pretty jarring. I was like fucking scared. And all the advertisements, another thing I noticed, all had Native Americans on them. Nothing. You wouldn't even know that white people existed over there.
Now, was he trying to get you out of there like for your own safety, or because he was just like you
Interested.
don't belong?
We didn't feel unsafe.
No, I wasn't afraid of any. I had a foot on every single one of these guys. They're little guys.
There also no one was threatening. It was like they were blind to, like we weren't there.
No, I just think it's uncomfortable for them to have I don't know what the howlies, is that what we're called, or is that Hawaiian?
I think that's
people
different
call us?
indigenous.
Same shit, dude. That's what those guys call us.
I know a lot of people were so excited when they got the 23andMe of that Ancestry.com. I met so many people, they always say they're
How you
1/16th
want it.
Cherokee.
Yeah.
2% Kenyan, brother.
Yeah. It's
Say it.
Yeah, that's my plight. That's my cross to bear, you know?
Should hear him click.
I think you get like free student loans or something if you're 1/16th or something kind of deal.
my
Some kind of
God.
deal. But look, I see friends who say that, and I'm like, "What's your like Indian name? Like, don't pay his cable bill, Joe." Like, I don't know. You look nothing like an Indian at all. You know.
Oh man, I got to get declared, man. I looked at my student fucking loan statement today, man. I got to get Indian.
Can't you like join a tribe like a blood brothers and stuff? Like,
Oh,
Marry in.
Oh my god.
Since you never wed.
Would you come to the res to do the podcast?
Yeah, for sure. I would perform your ceremony. I would wear a full headdress. I would get long braids.
yeah, in the early '70s or
I would
something.
smoke opium and
Yeah, you're probably Indian, dude.
In some reason, like in the '70s, Indians became, I guess, from the 30s to the 50s, they were all, Indians were always like, and they killing people, settlers. But in the '70s, when the Indians became, they love nature. They rub buffaloes, but they made that movie called Billy Jack. Have you ever seen it? The guy's a Vietnam vet, but he's half Indian. He wears like a round Indian hat with a little band around it, and he face kicks people.
that's what's up, actually. Like martial arts style? Or
Yes.
just like,
He goes to the head bad guy. I'm going to take my left foot and put it on the right side of your face there, and you're nothing you're going to do about it. It's a great movie, but it's all about like Indians or
can't believe karate Indians never took off as a genre.
Speaking of that, did you see Steven Seagal? He looks like a karate Indian.
Yeah, I mean, that
he's
poor
really,
guy.
He's really big.
But I mean, he's got to be like what? Like
He's so
fucking 70?
physically fucked up, you'd think he was actually fighting all that time. That ponytail, I think Naeem posted the picture of his ponytail.
I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, it was a freeze frame from some video of him walking around. The ponytail's fried, man.
Oh,
Like, is he like pulled back like wet ponytail?
And it's like barely hanging on.
oh, dude.
I saw just an interview with the Honky Tonk Man about that Sabu dying.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got a 3 foot long ponytail behind his head, and but it's half gray, like he couldn't dye it or stuff. But Steven Seagal's a mess. But his best movie is Mark for Death, when the Jamaicans come after him and he just breaks their arms.
Is that the sex scene one?
I forget.
It's either Mark for Death or Out for Justice, where he's porking his wife. But I always used to get my little wiener hard.
Oh, but it's so there's a evil Jamaican guy, Screwface, and the legend was Screwface has many eyes. So Seagal kills him. Next thing you know, Screwface comes back, and here it's his twin brother. So Seagal
Nailhead.
pokes his eyes out, picks him up, breaks his back over. Right? He's bent like a V, and he throws him down an elevator shaft. But it's an unbelievable movie.
He's the goat.
We got some super chats.
Sabu, though. Go ahead.
What's in the bowl, comma, cum? Said, John, would you ever consider bringing a puppet to a job and letting him do something?
That's a great question.
That's as far as I got with the idea.
Also, Pickle Man is Rod Stewart with birthing hips.
That's exactly what it is. It looks like someone going with similar outfits you rent for block parties. You inflate.
He got auntie booty.
Grief Stricken said, watching from work toilet right now, stinking it up for Kensil.
Oh,
That's I had to work yesterday in a funeral home, and I was in the prep room. And there was like 6 bodies in there, and they keep them up with the sheet over them, and
You didn't peek, did you?
no, but I put all their hands on their own asses. Even in death, you can't stop grabbing his own ass. But
A 69 to
right, we had to fix them. But there was an old guy And I think they dress you, then they lift you up with like a crane and put you in the thing, then they straighten you out.
It's the machine room. They got a little joystick.
Yeah, it's like a little Tonka. Yeah, what do you call it? The claw machine. But I'm looking at this old guy laying there. His nose hairs were 4 inches long. Like that's probably why you died.
David O. Russell.
Yeah.
Fucking mind. Funeral home.
But some people go, "Oh, isn't that creepy?" But I guess if you work on film, it's not. It's just it's an everyday occurrence. It's whatever.
Have you ever felt weirded out by a dead body?
Every single time I've seen one, I guess I don't like that. Why? Do you feel normal around them?
It doesn't affect me either way. I could take it or leave it.
It's funny because every time there's like a video online, it says warning. It says you have to click here. Make sure you always click there. You always look at it.
Oh yeah, view anyway.
Yeah,
view anyway is a big button in my household.
And there's a famous movie called the Twilight Zone, the movie. And there's a helicopter accident where Vic Morrow and two little kids got hit by a helicopter blade. Like an explosion went off in the plane.
Yeah, they got chopped up, didn't they?
Something I just saw the other day. They have photographs of his body, and like he was beheaded like from here over. It was like ugh.
And some kids, right?
Yeah, two little Asian girls are their first acting role.
Oh.
And that was a big. There's trials, and John Landis, who did it, the Blues Brothers and Animal.
Dylan's losing his fucking mind over it.
Chop suey.
I wish I said that.
Oh my!
Someone was telling me to look over there, man. I'm glad I did.
And his daughter is that Jennifer Jason Leigh, the actress
Oh,
from
yeah.
The Hateful Eight.
Beautiful lady.
Yes.
What did she play a psycho in mid-90s?
Single white female.
Yeah.
Bridget Fonda.
Yeah.
Oh, man, have you seen her lately?
Bridget Fonda?
Yes. Like she quit acting a while ago. She married some, I think, musician, but
Oh, yeah.
she tremendously. She drinks. She must use anti-Ozempic.
What do you think about Pamela Anderson coming out on the red carpet?
Did you see that picture the other day?
I thought she looked fine.
Yeah.
She just looks like a normal old lady.
Yeah, I like a natural babe.
Yeah, and she's 56 or 57 years old. But yeah, you're right. She's natural. The rest of that and like a fake looking. Who's one of the Kardashians with their lips plumped up and stuff like that.
Yeah, that I think is yucky. Give me 56-year-old Pamela Anderson.
Did you see that Showgirl movie she was in?
Is it new?
Yeah, it
Definitely
came out,
not.
I think, February maybe. It was pretty good, but she's in that state throughout the entire movie. And even sexier because she's clearly getting aged out by the younger showgirls. So you can tell she's really trying to put a little mustard on her fastball. I've been watching a lot of Baywatch lately, too. I mean, incredible babe back then. Still looking great now. Erica Liniak, all-time babe.
She takes anti-Ozempic too. Have you seen her lately?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, and she was in Topless in that Under Siege, Steven Seagal movie.
Yes, she was. Wow.
That's a fun movie.
It is, yeah.
So is the second one
Yeah.
on a train, but she beefed up nicely too. I remember watching one episode of Baywatch. I thought it was stupid. It was always on like Saturday.
Oh, dude, I love it, man.
But the one kid's father was a midget.
Yes.
They got upset over it.
They loved Freaks. I was watching one today before I came here, and one of the lifeguard, Mitch's wife, was like trying to convince this lady whose deaf kid almost drowned to like get the deaf kid into like a school for the deaf, because she's like, no, I'm not going to treat her like she's different. She's not going to learn sign language. And the kid is going ballistic. So they bring her to a tour for this to this classroom.
Baywatch?
Dude, it's so insane. Please watch Baywatch. It's so fucking funny and so just it's incomprehensible to put these stories together. But they bring this poor kid to a school for the deaf because she doesn't have any kind of way of communicating. She just grunts and screams. So they bring her to the school for the deaf, and she's watching other kids try to pronounce the word flower. And one little boy is not having it because she's clearly not part of the regular class. So he's icing her out, and she loses her fucking mind, and she bites this boy in class. Please watch Baywatch, dude. It is so fucking good.
It got so ridiculous. Like when they're walking down the street, the beach, and there's Mr. T and Hulk Hogan, and next thing you know, Ric Flair and the boys show up, and they go, "We'll challenge you."
There's another one. Jeremy Jackson, Mitch Buchanan's son. He gets kidnapped by an Asian guy, which is nuts because you've never heard of Asian guys kidnapping white kids.
No, they usually keep it in their own jurisdiction.
They keep it on the res.
David Hasselhoff made a spinoff show called Baywatch Nights.
Yeah.
I suppose like a detective agency at night. But then they got weird, like he's going after vampires, and it only lasts for like a season or so.
I mean, they really got their money's worth out of Baywatch because there's only so much you could do with fucking, hey, we're lifeguards, but it's like they love midgets, they love the handicap.
Yeah.
There's a ton of retarded guys. There's Asian kidnappers.
I saw one when Geraldo Rivera was on it. It's just people don't realize too when you're out in L.A. that the ocean is not warm. You think, oh, the Beach Boys songs are all true. It's because they have that Pacific Northwest comes right down there. That's
cold as shit.
Cold water. All the stars said that.
But refreshing.
Yes.
If you ever been in the Gulf of Mexico,
Yeah, warm as hell.
yeah, it feels like you're getting in a fucking
bath.
toilet full of piss.
I like it. I mean, I'm not a piss guy, but
I don't know how.
dude, they piss nailed the temperature. Just so you know, not ideal otherwise, but God Almighty, if you want 93 degrees, man, it's right there.
Yeah, say what you want about piss. And John, I know you will. Tim, speaking of the beach, it's time to let those pale thighs see the light of day.
Ooh.
Show off all the man meat by the pool this summer with Chubby's Line Swim Collection. With prints louder than your uncle at a barbecue, liners that keep chafing at bay, and a comfy four-way stretch. Whether you're pounding beers or playing mermaids in the pool, Chubby's has you covered. Tim and I swear by Chubby's. John, last summer, Chubby saved the day for me, allowed me to enjoy Dave & Buster's with my friends when I put on jeans to come out of the house like a fucking dickhead in 85-degree weather.
If I can't see my boy's thighs, I don't trust him.
Oh, man, thanks to Chubby's, they had me covered, man. I always keep a pair of Chubby's in my trunk. Chubby's has what you
Like
need.
when there's an extra pair of pants in the school nurse for when you shit.
Chubby's has what you need for the rest of your wardrobe, too. Check out their performance polos and original stretch shorts for when it's time to get out of the water, John.
Yes.
Whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubby's has you covered. For a limited time, Chubby's is giving Dad Meat fans 20% off your order with code DELCO. That's DELCO at chubbyshorts.com. That's code DELCO at chubbyshorts.com. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubby's. John, I'm not done yet, man. You got to be tired of skipping meals sometimes.
Oh man, I hate it.
Well, if you're tired of skipping meals and going throughout your day starving, just drink Huel. Huel saves your time without compromising on nutrition. It's a complete meal in a bottle that you can take on the go. One bottle of their Black Edition ready to drink has 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, tons of fiber, and low sugar. Talk about a lifesaver for busy days. Tim and I swear by Huel. I drink Huel, I would say, at least 4 to 5 days a week, especially when I'm locked into what I need to do on my damn computer, John. I'm just sucking it back when I don't have time to go get myself a nice hoagie from Primo's. Really saves the day. It's delicious. It's filling. It really takes care of business. John, I want you to start saving time and money without compromising your nutrition today with this exclusive offer for new customers of 15% off plus a free gift using our exclusive code DADMEAT at Huel.com. That's 15% off plus a free gift for new customers using our exclusive code DADMEAT at Huel.com. Please see our description for the terms and conditions. Skip the stress, not the nutrition. Try Huel today for complete nutrition bottled. Can't say enough good things about Huel, John.
Nice.
Speaking of Delco, what's going on? Did I see there's like a fundraiser for Tata?
Yeah, she's having her hip replaced today.
What the hell?
I know, man. Godspeed to Tata. I wish you well.
Who was Tata, the comedian from Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
she's-
Tata Sharice. She's
yes.
having hip replacement, man.
What the fuck?
I know it's happening. It might actually be happening right now, but today it's happening. So I'm just encouraging people to Venmo her, and if I'll put it up on my Twitter profile, and actually I'll read her Venmo out loud. And if anybody is wants to help Tata out, you can, because I know she'll be laid up for a while, and I'll find it here somewhere.
Do you know what happened to her hip? I'm so worried. I hadn't heard anything about this.
I don't know if it was any injury. I think it's just normal wear and tear. Yeah, if you want to help Tata out, you can Venmo her at Tata Sharice, which is TATASHERISE. But yeah, me and a couple guys, and anybody's welcome to come if you want to. It's going to be Sunday, May 18th from 1 to 3 at Ridley Creek State Park, site number 8 in Media, PA. We're just going to fuck around. We're going to throw frisbees. We're going to throw bagos around, footballs, and
Celebrate the hips of young Tata Sharice.
And Tata said she's going to try to make an appearance as well.
Oh my God.
I know.
She needs to be recovering.
But I mean, that's Tata in a nutshell, man.
I wonder if she wore out the hip like when a like a high speed pitcher blows out his elbow. She got Mommy John surgery.
Yeah, it's Mommy John.
They had to put a cadaver ass on her.
But yeah, she's she's calling her new hip Trix, TRIXX. She's already named it. And yeah, Godspeed, Tata. You're the friggin' best, and I wish you a speedy recovery.
You don't want to watch that operation on the operation channel. Getting a hip done. They knocked the joint out. They put a new ball in there, and they got to bang it in there. Oh, nope.
Oh man, I want that so bad.
Is there anything that, like, if you were fully covered and, you know, recuperation wasn't an issue, would you have done right now?
Both of my shoulder blades replaced.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with them. I don't know if that's a surgery that they offer, but they're not right.
Yeah.
I want them yanked out and hammered back in.
Oh, dude.
I would get Johnson reduction surgery. ladies out there. Now, maybe my eyes get done.
Yeah.
Cataract surgery. I know people got it done. They don't have to wear glasses ananymore.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Would you consider if they could throw it in for free, maybe getting Marilyn Manson eyes? Get your tongue
guys would do
split.
Yeah, I didn't read about those guys on the guy who makes most look like a lizard.
Yeah.
But you always see they kill themselves about 3 years later.
It's tough. They need a heat rock. They need a lot of conditions to be right, man. You think the fucking tongue splitting is going to solve everything.
Bolts in their head and cat eye tattoos.
You'd be a legend if you got into body mod right now. Start putting fucking, nails through your testicles and shit.
I was at the show with Wid when he was performing with that sideshow circus. Not Jim Rose, but that's when Nippolini was lifting the cinder block with his breast and his nipple popped off. and right, and we're like, people were screaming, it was horrible. But it's funny, about 2 months later, I did another show and he goes, healed up. It's even better than new. They sewed it back on tighter. It's like, ugh.
Titanium nipple.
Nippolini, wow. imagine his school of vice counselor.
Mr. Nippolini.
Yeah, I advise you to go into this business here. What's that? Picking.
You ever think about communications? He's hanging from hooks through his flesh in the office.
Yeah.
I do have a picture saved on one of these computers. It's of a guy, John, about your age, and he's completely naked, and he's being suspended by a rope tied around his testicle.
Oh, man.
And he looks so blissful. He looks like an angel floating down from heaven. He's just and his sack is like stretched about this long.
Dude, that's what they don't tell you about sack torture is the guys that do it seem to love it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I don't think there's anybody that tries sack torture that seems to be like, kind of not my thing. Like once you get in there, you're like, yes, I found my purpose.
My therapist said I need to get out there more.
Those guys like to get kicked. Oh my God.
That doesn't do anything for you.
No, that's gonna hurt. How'd she feel if I kicked her vagina with a pair of golf cleats?
There's got to be a lady out there that wants that, though, John. Would you, for hire, kick a lady in the vagina with golf cleats? What if that's how you started making money on OnlyFans?
Show title. That's who was the fat Asian? Sammy Hung. He had a detective show.
I can honestly say it's not ringing a bell.
He had a show. It was on CBS. He was a detective. It only lasted like a season.
Fat Asian detective?
20 years ago. But he was he was a fat guy, but he was an Asian film star, Sammy something. But there's a video I just saw him online where he fights like 8 women. And I'll just flip them over and punch them in their groins.
Oh, the dream.
Carumbo.
Oh my God.
The Lockford Files. I don't know. I don't know the show.
Was it called martial law?
Yeah, that's it.
That's a tough name for an Asian detective, man. Man, can you, how satisfying do you think that is? Like, what is like a feeling that really just hits every pleasure center in your body? Because I imagine punching a pussy at full fucking velocity has got to do that. Like here you hear like nails clicking on a fucking chalkboard.
Oh, ASMR.
Yeah, the fucking pussy hitting ASMR has got to fucking feel like crack.
I mean,
man, that noise.
Yeah.
Splat. Yikes, dude.
Yeah. Frog splash.
Sounds like a water balloon hitting the pavement.
It's probably sticking your arm in like a Sam's Club, mayonnaise jar, the big one. Put your fist through a Congo.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Being a hard-nosed detective that only solves like woman crimes.
Oh God,
Superman. Fighting an entire apartment complex full of female criminals. Jackpot.
Grief Stricken sent $6.66.
Hail Satan.
brother.
Oh wait, that was it. Watching what is this? Oh, watching from the work toilet right now. Oh, I already read this one. Sorry.
Bro, the toilet check-in, I think, is it's doing something for my
Love it,
mind.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
gears are
There's your ASMR.
turning,
Yeah.
dude.
Let's hear a plop.
We're gonna
Mike-
do a Zoom call in from work bathrooms.
Michael Trainer said, felt a tickle in my colon. It was the Kensil signal telling me that the puppet master was on dad mode. Pike Von Doom said, yo, what up, boys? About to head into work. Just wanted to drop in, say hi. Have a great day, Bubs.
Damn, all the
Me too,
homies are
Pike.
here.
That's it.
I did,
God
Nice
damn it.
baby.
Did I've been dating a great girl, like Cynthia. Terrific.
Heard she was pretty displeased with your last appearance.
Yeah, she was. I apologize. And she's right. She's right. I'll tell you, I lived with a girl. I had dated a girl years ago. I did everything for it, and she still, I'd come home just freaking washing
Tampons on the ceiling.
washing generals hide in the closet because she had to fuck every bass player and Bucks can. I come home like, why are all these Leonard Skinner t-shirts still around here? Right?
Still hot.
Yeah, right? And then I meet, but Cynthia's great. She's she's so nice. Anyway, in my bedroom closet, there's like six.
Floor to ceiling puppets.
Yeah, and it feels like there's eyes on you. So I go in the middle of the night. I go, what are you doing over there? I go, I'm gonna drink water, but I'm really shutting the closet door.
Yeah.
I saw one.
What was it? What was it he said about her that got her
Nothing. I did nothing.
something? Something about personal moisture issues.
No. I was wrong, but that was me.
Yeah, that was my pussy getting too wet.
She's great.
Oh man, I saw a couple's fitness video that I thought you guys might enjoy.
Who was in it?
It was I think it was it's not strictly for, but I think it was marketed toward older black couples,
Oh man.
and it was called something of love. But it's all sensual partner workouts. So you do like a sit up with a kiss at the end.
What?
Yeah, you do kind of like body weight hip thrusts into each other. Seemed right up your alley, if I'm being honest.
Let me ask you this, Tim. Are they fat?
Well, it was the people, it was the people that it's marketed to, yeah. But I'm sure, I mean, you spend 6-7 months on this video series, I think you get kind of ripped. Any interest? Any interest in doing that for content?
I have more interest in doing like the other black guy stuff where they're just going ballistic at the gym, like flying off of shit, doing backflips off the fucking bench press machine.
Yeah, lifting up the machine. Yeah, benching like a bench with a person on it, and then they're holding weights. Yeah, I mean, you can get into that too, but I think the sensuality was something that would really speak to you.
Good start.
There's a guy I follow on Instagram named, I think his name is Joey Swole.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
He hates when people are filming at the gym and like a guy walks by and the girl's like, look at this guy. And he goes, what did he do wrong? He's working out. But he's this new issue he's found is hot girls like with Pamela Anderson bodies. They use an AI filter to give them Down syndrome. And and he hates that. He goes, how dare you use an issue like that? And they show the video. I'm like, this girl's pretty hot. She turned around and just says, like Corky from Life Goes On with a female wig on.
How fucking busted do you have to be using a Down syndrome filter for clout?
He says that.
I will say this: it stops me in my tracks every time I see it.
I mean,
So I think typical beauty might not be cutting it anymore. I think you need
no, it's dime a dozen.
tongue out, softball eyes.
Big fat. Yeah, dumper with a Down syndrome face is just like, sorry, that's what the market's dictating. Do you like
Dude,
the?
They find different fetishes. Like,
Dude, that's going to be Halloween next Halloween. Slutty Down syndrome.
oh my god!
People are going to lose their jobs
At Halloween
fucking,
Adventure, we have.
fucking accounting jobs just because they want to go in as a fucking slutty Down syndrome influencer.
Oh my god! And but he posted the videos telling on him, and it gets pulled down like right away, and they get banned from Instagram. But apparently, it's a new fetish, I guess.
Yeah, I hit a point though with Down syndrome content yesterday. There was a guy. It's very rarely do I like feel bad for people in these videos, Tim. And there was a guy who's clearly upset about his mother's death. This poor Down syndrome guy found his mother's lifeless body, and his sister is filming him surreptitiously as he's saying, like, why did it have to be me to find her? It was like really heartbreaking shit. And she's like, I don't know, maybe that's what just God decided for you. He's like, but why me?
Wait,
like,
he has Down syndrome or her?
he does, and he's clearly having like a fucking existential crisis. And she's like, I don't know, maybe that's just what you're supposed to be doing in life right now. I know we thought Dad was going to go first because he had health problems and Mom didn't, but that's just what God decided for you. He's like, but why?
There's too much content, man. We're not supposed to be seeing this stuff. You know, we're supposed to be watching Tom Cruise movies. Okay, we're not supposed to be seeing like the destruction of the personal life of like catastrophically disabled people.
I know, man.
But unfortunately, it does hit my timeline pretty hard. It lines up pretty well with what I am consuming.
What are you getting the most right now?
Well, I mean, I think we're all awash in, you know, slur stuff, you know, the slur wars, people getting in trouble for that. I'm getting a lot of, dude, the race war is being fought in high schools right now.
Yeah. Playgrounds too.
Playgrounds. Yeah. And, so the algorithm is trying to show me, who's up right now as far as like, teenagers goes. And there was like a pudgy little white boy that got his like head busted open. And you know, it takes, you really do have to steel yourself and say, this isn't showing me something about society as a whole. This doesn't mean anything. You know, this is just a playground incident. You know, this is, you know, one video doesn't mean, you know, that's the way that society's going. And like you're in your like gaming chair just white knuckling, not feeling anything about it. And so far, I've kept my heart pretty pure.
Oh, yeah. How does that hit you, John?
Well, I watch those videos like on Instagram and stuff. Like it's but it was a kid. He thought, oh, it's neat. But sometimes it as you get older, like, oh God, man. So I watch the death videos, like people falling off circus, you know, carnival rides. I'll tell you everything. And there must be no safety standards in South American countries. Because you see guys on the big giant, like that Viking ship that goes back and forth like that.
Sea Dragon.
Yeah. And the idiot guy running just walks right into it. And he disappears. Like, oh my God.
I think those people are angels, by the way. People that get killed by like avoidable incidents with like roller coasters and stuff. It's just like, you did that just for us to watch it, man. And I hope you make it. You know, I hope.
Oh, dude, instant angel status. You know,
yeah.
It's not just, you know, angels for doing that for you, but I think that's what you get in heaven. You're just a smashed head.
That's why I always hope that in heaven that you have an angel's body, not the way you died, or like people go, oh, wait for you when you die, and the guy goes up there and is like, his wife's like, you know, fucking Keith Moon or somebody, or somebody died from Groucho Marx. I don't know. Like, what about me? I waited around 40 years for you, but they, yeah, you hope that you don't look like you're smashed or a shark eats you.
The Beetlejuice treatment.
Yeah, your balls.
I hope it's like Create a Wrestler when you get to heaven.
Yeah, you get points.
Yeah, and you get the options are limited to all of the stuff that you had when you were alive, but that also includes maybe I will have an alternate costume in heaven that is me being flattened by a semi or you know carjacked and shot in the head.
Yeah,
I hope those are, you know, maybe like DLC costumes for me in heaven. I don't know what I would pick for costume one though. I don't know which. Maybe
I
it
think
has.
this is your heavenly form. Like right now, I think this is a heavenly form.
Okay, all right.
John, there's an old headshot that you had where you're wearing a leather jacket. I think that's your heavily form.
Oh man, I know that one.
Costume 2, shit up to his elbows. Ed McGonagall is his manager.
Come on, you can do it.
They let anybody up here.
You know,
Mike, you as a fat wigger is your heavenly form. Obviously.
I know.
Duh.
Dude, I know, man. There's one outfit in particular where when I used to work at a bingo hall that me and my friends used to steal money from. Every Sunday after we'd work Friday and Saturday, I'd have my mom drive me to Strawbridge's, the department store, and I would just load up on Tommy Hilfiger gear. And I had one particular outfit. It was a beige shirt, and it had the navy blue and the red like Tommy Hilfiger lettering, and it might have had a flag on it somewhere. And then I also had a pair of khaki cargo pants, and I had a pair of Timberland boots that I would wear with it. And I would just load up on, what was the fucking cologne? I think it was Eternity is what I would wear. And I would have a fresh haircut. I had earrings back then. One of my earrings was a gun. I had a gun, a money sign, and a diamond earring. So that would be it, man.
Wow, the most unemployable man.
in heaven.
Oh God, those were the days.
When you said about the bingo hall, Pickle Man, I don't know if it's a lie or not. He says his mom's still alive. He's like got to be in the 70s. I don't, but supposedly his mom was in cahoots with different senior centers where she was in cahoots with the guy who called the numbers out, and they used to steal. Like she would win all the time. And supposedly
Playing with weighted bingo balls.
how can you really even think about it? But apparently got caught because somebody I saw her win a bunch of other bingo halls. Like she didn't do it all at one time, get greedy. But she supposedly got 2 years in jail. That's what he said. And I can't find anything in any Philadelphia paper about that.
There wasn't a single reporter that was picking up a phone for this story.
An old bag pickle mom.
Jesus Christ, man.
I see him around town a lot.
He does get around.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't think he does a lot of indoors stuff.
Cape May and all that stuff.
Apparently has a pretty distinct aroma to him. Everybody hates his guy. This guy is like as much of a town pariah as you can be. There's no one anywhere that's smiling when this dude rolls up. Even the people that buy the pickles from him.
And they're great pickles.
Great pickles.
Great pickles, great horseradish.
That's how good the pickles are.
He goes to Bucks County like go-go bars and gets.
Oh my
it
God.
says eye candy of the week. Sinette. It's something like Bucks County C-section, whatever. But you're right. Here's a pariah, but it's weird. It's neat seeing characters in your life like
Yeah.
that guy.
Nobody like him.
Yeah. But Tim's right. You're in a bar one night, you're just having dinner with your friends, and he comes in the back door and he starts telling his jokes that he's told 1,000,000 times that aren't funny. My sister's a lesbian, and I got her some lesbian shoes. Dikeys. Ha ha ha.
And you go, oh fuck, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. My girlfriend's so fat she sweats marinara sauce. Ha ha ha! I got pickles. It's so bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss driving past him.
There'll be a Houston guy like that, I bet, or a Austin, Texas guy like that.
Oh no, there's a lot of him.
Jalapeno man.
There's a ton of him. There's a ton of him walking around 6th Street for sure. God damn it, dude.
Have you thought about what you're going to start missing?
Actually, I've been getting like seriously resentful about my surroundings, and maybe this is like a defense thing. I've never moved this far in my life, and it's a pretty negative experience so far. I don't have anything really great to say yet. Hopefully it's greener pastures, but
It will be.
man, I feel like I'm being fired out of a cannon. I cannot wait to get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm gonna miss my friends. I do have friends that I'm saying goodbye to, at least temporarily, but this is a very painful experience, and I'm very topsy-turvy right now.
Yeah.
I hope I'm doing a good job of hiding it, but inside, dude, it is all turmoil right now, and it is tearing me apart.
I'm with you, buddy. Dude, I actually deleted a tweet the other day because it was too nasty because I'm feeling similar.
Whoa, what'd you say?
I was like, something about how, like, this is true, but it's typically not something I say out loud because I just don't want to put that out into the world. But it was about, like, there's some friends that I know they were posting about their wives on Mother's Day, and their wives are just dream crushers. And these are guys that could have been so much better off in comedy had they not met their wives.
Whoa, dude.
And I posted about that.
I know what he's talking about.
And then I finished it off by saying, like, you should bring a shotgun to the next pumpkin patch photo shoot. And then, like, a few minutes later, I was like, oh, man, I'm applying for houses right now. I know people are going to probably look up my profile, and this is not the kind of thing I want out there.
That's very off-brand of you, by the way.
I know. I'm feeling the same thing.
What got
though.
into you?
Damn, like, right now, like, I feel like... I feel like angry about things, and again, like it might be a self-defense thing, like to prevent me from getting like too emotional about like leaving everything behind in like a fucking month. But I definitely do feel like I'm quick to anger at this point. And yeah, just I don't like deleting shit.
I like Nasty Mike, though.
I don't know, man. It was a
should
little
let
bit
him out
too
a little
nasty.
bit.
I was in a good mood too. Up until that point, I was watching the rehearsal. I was just really enjoying myself. My sides were hurting. It was so funny. And then I was just like, I was looking at some.
All my
pictures.
friends' wives are bitches.
And it's not untrue. Not all my friends' wives, but a number of them were like, man, you could have fucking went so far in comedy if you didn't marry this fucking animal.
Somebody had asked me about this person, and I said, like Mike said, I said, imagine a big.
Wait, you guys are talking about one specific person?
No,
right
no,
now?
just multiple guys.
I can no, about to 8 guys, like same.
Not far off, man.
But the one guy asked me, he goes, "How bad is his wife?" I go, "Imagine the biggest bonfire you've ever seen. Every furniture is on that bonfire." And I go, "You have it picture in your head?" He goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Now imagine a blanket that can put that out." That's his wife. A giant wet blanket.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm dying to. All right, I guess I'll take the answer off the air, but Jesus Christ, man.
I don't. Yeah, it was just something that's frustrating, and I think it was just exacerbated by the fact that like I am feeling very anxious right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural.
You know, when I went,
What's today's date, by the way?
The 13th, I think.
Today's the 13th. So I'm expecting, if everything goes well, I'm expecting to be packing a moving truck up in I guess 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I have a lot to nail down, but I'm looking. The only thing I can focus on to make me happy right now is just picking heavy things up and putting them in something, and then driving for a really long time. That's the only thing giving me any peace right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what happens when I get out of here. I just want to get out of here. I want to get away from the East Coast. I want to go outside with my children and enjoy myself.
I'm with you, man.
That's why when I went to LA, I thought that I got rid of all my possessions. Whatever fit in the back of a pickup truck with a cap on it. That's all I took, and it was really free.
So it was just you and all of the Wids props.
Yeah. And but it was just I just saw the country myself. You know, you have families. I'm by myself. I start counting armadillos dead on the highway. That you gotta just go. But it was just you gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I know it's the right move, but it's like now it's like, all right, there's no like fluff surrounding it because it's like every day is just implementation of things that have to get done.
Right.
And I think that day in particular where I was like being a little nasty ass, there was something that happened earlier the day which really bothered me, and it was just indicative of time on the East Coast. I was driving my wife to work at the airport, and as I got off the exit to get on the 95, a lady in front of me just came to a dead stop where she should have just merged. She had plenty of space, so I didn't slow down. I just swerved around her and I kept going. And then about 10 seconds later, I look in my rear view and she's like right behind me, like on my ass. And she's fucking pointing at me and screaming from her car. And it's like, I didn't do anything wrong. You were stopped when you should have been merging. And then so I gently hit the brakes. I didn't fucking slam.
You brake checked her.
I did. And I thought it was, my first thought was like her husband just went into the dashboard. Because I saw whatever was in the front seat just catapult forward, and then when I looked forward and when I looked back again, she was like fixing whatever it was and setting it back up, and I was like, oh my God, was that a kid? And then as I was driving, I looked back, she had a golden retriever in the passenger seat.
Oh man,
You launched him into the windshield.
It wasn't my fault.
That's 2 for 1 for you.
And then
man.
she's filming me and she's driving past, she's screaming at me. It's
Mike
like,
took out his dog knife and his lady knife.
but that really bothered me because it's like, fuck, lady, just leave me alone. And why you got to bring your dog into this?
man.
Now I gotta feel bad about a dog getting launched into the fucking dashboard just because you had to be a fucking cunt on the highway.
A couple years ago, I did some state fair in Jersey, and on my show, John Kensil, legendary win, and Bingo, the psychic monkey. Right? And this goes back to your story, though. But so some guy comes out with a monkey, like from Friends. But his magical trick was, I thought, like, to speak with your dead grandmother, he could find orange ping pong balls under the chairs. It was still, all I did was look for it, and banana, right? The next day, I think it was Pat Kelly. I think it was him or somebody, Jason Hazel. He goes, I'm driving around Jersey, and there's a guy with a freaking monkey on his dashboard. And it was just like, he must like just drive around with the monkeys giving people the monkey finger. But, God.
We got 2 more super chats. Jeff Pesos says, John rules in all caps.
Agreed.
What's in the bowl, come said, Tim and Mike, its trainer. Tim and Mike, its trainer, will help with any furniture.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Oh.
Sweet boy.
You get rid of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of as much as I can. All of our furniture in the house is like secondhand, including.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to take this couch because I really like it, and that chair because I think it's nice. but everything else we just hate. I want to. I'm gonna when we get there. I'm probably gonna live without a couch until I can save up enough money for a nice one.
Yeah.
No more secondhand. No more
Yeah.
couches that other people didn't want.
Yeah,
This is my version of like unattainable success. Is I'm going to choose a sofa for my living room.
dude, the height of frustration is smelling an older family member's ass in your
Oh
furniture.
my god, dude! Like your alcoholic uncle left, like, you know, when someone drinks a lot and then you can smell it come out of their pores, and then it's combined with, like, you know, whatever sunscreen they were using because they were on a boat all day.
Yeah.
That, I mean, every piece of furniture I've ever had is just been completely blown out. All the cushions are completely
Brutal, man.
flattened. And it's just like, you know, yeah, decades of regret.
The last couch I got like that was summer 2003. I think GTA 3 was the most recent GTA game, and I was like, I'm not doing anything but playing this game this summer. And I didn't have any furniture, so my sister was, I guess, gracious enough to give me an old couch of hers. And I'm sitting there like playing this game, and I'm just like, this has got to be my sister's pussy I'm smelling. Like, this is hell, and like this is what I'm choosing for the summer. It's like I'm trying to ignore it because I just want to game all summer.
Camels and squirt.
It fucking smelled so bad. Like, I cannot imagine what she had to do to this fucking couch to produce this smell. But it was like
I was probably
fucking,
watching like George Michael videos.
dude, it was like fucking cunt on fire.
Oh my god, like the
But I enjoyed my games, man.
debate shop. They you'd be surprised when
Great
you're
Kings of Leon song, by the way.
sometimes too, if you, like when in LA, you go to the Goodwill store there. I forget their version of, but because people go there, I want a big star and go back home in 6 months. You find plenty of like even like brand new furniture.
Yeah.
there.
Fuck that. We're sitting on fucking milk crates.
Hell yeah, baby.
So I can save up enough for a down payment on a financed piece of furniture, dude.
That's the move, brother.
Rent a center.
John, what do you want to promote before we head to Patreon, brother?
I got I guess a video podcast show called Kensil Culture. KensilCultur. I do it with, and I'm trying. I would like to expand, do it without other people. Not getting weird, but he has teeth ripped out last week, and he can't talk for 3 months.
They're putting him in Tata's hip.
And johncancel.com. I have some website a name like that.
John, there's nobody like you. Tim, what do you want to promote, buddy?
He don't know.
Next Thursday, the May 22nd, I'm saying goodbye to the East Coast with a final, the second and final live Tim Butterly show. I'm bringing all my boys from home. We're going to have the time of our lives at Soul Joel's. I've got, Shaner, Rainey, the Do-Rag Dudes confirmed, maybe some other special guests. We're going to give away prizes. And I mean, honestly, this is, I just, like I've said this before, I just want one more chance to smoke weed in a giant circle with all my homies out front. Go to timbutterly.com for tickets. And then the next night, Rainey and I are doing our last stand-up show at the Dojo of Comedy in Morris Plains, New Jersey.
Love that place.
Again, timbutterly.com for tickets. I can't wait to see you there. And then this is down the line, but in June, after I get settled in after the big move, I'm going to Wilmington, North Carolina to Dead Crow Comedy, June 27th and 28th. I can't wait. Wow. I just got good news about one of the properties we were looking at today.
Nice, dude.
So let's go. Let's have a really good time and check out my YouTube channel. We just shot a new Field Trippin'. Can't wait to share all this shit with you guys. Well, it's we just shot it, but it's a long ways off from being edited and produced and shit like that. But the effort that we're putting into everything, I think, is going to shine. And if you don't already, I don't have a schedule yet, but if you don't already follow twitch.tv/Tim Butterly, Metal Girl Solid 2 is just around the corner. And that's my fun stuff for now. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to do the show with Tim at the dojo on next Friday. On top of that, too, last couple of weeks for my pre-order for my new book, Terrible Advice for Lovers, you can go to allperks.com to get that. Everybody that pre-orders is eligible to get picked. I'm having a drawing where I'm picking one person for an all-expense paid trip to Disney World next April 17th, 18th, and 19th. I'll cover all your shit. Just come hang with me. If you don't get picked, you're still welcome to come. I'll send out all the details to everybody who pre-ordered. You can just join us on your own dime, but one lucky devil is going to win a trip.
I forgot to bring it up, but I wanted to talk about Disney with you. All right.
Well, let's talk on Patreon.
Yeah, for sure.
Aside from that, yeah, that's kind of it, man. Getting ready to move. Yo, for real. I don't normally do this, but I have to do this right now. I freaked out on a fucking pods guy because I wanted to get a pod to mail all my shit to Texas, but the guy was being a real fucking nudge. And
What's the problem?
Just bullshitting with me when I was just asking very pointed questions, and he's just like, well, what are you going to do if that's not big enough? It's like, I know it's fucking big enough, man. So if anybody has a hookup at either U-Haul or Pods, please let me know, man, because I would appreciate it, because I think this guy was like giving me the runaround, and he got pissed at me because I was very curt with him and gave me a higher price than I think I probably got. So if anybody's got a hookup, let me know, man.
Or if you have a tip on truck rental that I should know, that would be. I wanted to do the pods thing, but that could take up to 30 days to make it to your house.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to be able to. I mean, I guess I could put all my video games in a school bag or something and take those. But yeah, do I just go U-Haul? Do I look for a different company?
Yeah, to that point, if you got a Middle Eastern guy with a fucking truck that would cut whatever U-Haul is going to fucking charge us, let me know, man, because I'm trying to cut my expenses here, man. But yeah, other than that, we're going to go over to the Patreon with John Kensil here in a minute, and patreon.com/dadmepodcast. Pay whatever you want. Just join us over there for more Kensil. John, you are one of a kind, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
I love any time that you spend with us.
Oh, definitely. I'll come out to Austin to your show out there.
Can't wait,
absolutely.
brother. All right, we'll see you